All right, now this is the main interface. Now let's go. As you can see here, we can find the new item. So let's click on it. So here to create a new job. Now, as you can see, first thing we want to enter the name. So let's name test job for now. Okay. Now here you need to select the type of the project or type of the job. So either if it is a freestyle, now and this is what we will select for now, or we can use pipeline, multi-configuration project, folder, GitHub organization, multi-branch pipeline. All right. Well, actually, all of that is very useful. Actually, you can use each one of them has its own use cases and so on. But for now, actually, we will use the freestyle project. And actually, the two popular thing here is the freestyle and the pipeline. Now, actually, the freestyle here project, you can just create a pipeline from a freestyle project as well. So you don't need to use the pipeline and then put a specific the specific format for the Jenkins file or blah 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 and so on. Okay, so you can just using the freestyle and then select the or customize your pipeline wherever you want. And this is something we will handle it here. All right, so far so good. So let's click freestyle and let's click on OK. All right, now we have created the project. So if I scroll down until you reach and click on save, as simple as that. All right, now we have the page. So you can see that here in the configuration of the job, general, source code management, build triggers, build environment, build and post build actions. Now, and has a lot of options and features actually, as you can see. So now these are the topics of the next lectures. We will handle all of that in details actually, and I will explain as much as possible as I can all the details you need. All right, so let's leave for now and let's go to the test job here, the one that we created. Now you can see that we have the status, we have the changes, but as you can see, no builds at all. The workspace, and this is something will be created on the server or on the node, something called the Jenkins node. Either it is the master node, or which is the Jenkins server itself, or the nodes or the remote nodes. Okay, now the workspace is where the files of this job is. So all the files that have been created from running this job, or the, for example, you clone a repo, you copy file, or whatever, there will be here on the workspace. Okay, now the build, now we will build it right away, but the configure here, so this is another topic for another lectures. And the delete project if you want to delete it, and rename if you want to rename it. Okay, so far so good. Now let's build it for now like this, and you can see here, you will notice that we have a blue icon, which means that it is run successfully. But you know that this is, as you can see, this is nothing here because we didn't put anything to run, or nothing actually. So yeah, as you can see, running a system building in the workspace. Now this is the workspace what I'm talking about, the var lib Jenkins workspace, this job. Now this is the workspace for this job because this job has been running on the Jenkins server itself, not on a remote node or whatever. Okay, so if I return back to the project or to the job, if I click on the workspace, you can see that now we have a workspace right now. So you can look any files, anything on this workspace, the var lib Jenkins blah 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 whatever. All right, and finally, as you can see here, where it is, yeah, here you can see that it is var lib Jenkins workspace. Now this is the same syntax actually, and the name of the job, which is test job, there will be test job here. Okay, now actually don't worry about the workspace, because when we come to the lecture where we will handle our own nodes, so we will customize more nodes, we will put staging node, for example, production node, or whatever, we can customize the workspace actually to be something else, not var lib Jenkins or whatever. We can use anything. We can use home Ubuntu, for example, or we can use to create our own users on Linux and use that place or that home for these users. So I'm using www.data user for Nginx or Apache, or if you want to create customizable user and then have, for example, deploy user and then home slash deploy slash workspace slash test job. Okay, so it will be something else. Okay, now don't worry about that. Actually, we will handle it in the next lectures. Okay, so for now we have everything. We learned how to create a job actually with just a simple explanation. We didn't deep dive into it. In the next lectures, actually, we will handle the configuration. So here, the general, the source code management, build triggers, build environment, build and post build actions. All of that, all of these, and you will learn a lot. All right, I will see you there.